I have some laminate flooring to put in my shed. The shed is basically a playhouse/bunkhouse for my daughter. It isn't insulated. The current setup is 4x4 supports on the bottom and 2x10 boards running perpendicular as the floorboards. Should I put some plastic down or underpayment down before I place in the laminate boards?
Welcome to Just Answer. My name is I will do my best to help you with your issue. First, I'll need some more info so I have a more complete picture of your situation. What type of laminate? Nail down? Glue down? Floating?
Click together, floating.
Then you can install it over the existing rough flooring, although generally it is installed over plywood or OSB. If the manufacturer requires a vapor barrier or resilient underlayment, you need to install that as well. Given this is outdoors and unheated, I'd install a vapor barrier at a minimum. The downside of going over what is basically framing lumber is that it's not as stable as plywood/OSB. So a layer of plywood or OSB would also be a good idea.
I agree, the plywood would probably be the correct call. I might just go over the rough flooring with the underpayment. I only paid about 20 cents a square foot for the laminate. Just a cheap project to spruce the place up.
If you go with the plywood and caulk the seams, you'll have a viable vapor barrier anyway. I'd appreciate a favorable rating.
Okay, just so I'm clear, 1. I'm going to likely avoid the plywood/OSB step and go straight laminate on the rough floor with a vapor barrier underneath laminate. Any cause for concern? 2. If I choose to go with plywood or OSB, can I apply the vapor barrier directly on the rough floor, then apply the plywood/OSB and proceed with laminate? The reason I ask is to preserve the plywood or OSB. Sheds in the area experience some good moisture, and plywood and especially OSB don't hold up well. That is the reason I went with the 4x4s and 2x10 plank floor base.
1. If conditions are wet for an extended period and the underside of the 2Xs get wet, they will curl, which can cause some unevenness and could be problematic for the laminate if the curling is bad enough. But this is unlikely unless the 2Xs actually get wet. But plywood or OSB would mitigate this concern. 2. Yes, can put your vapor barrier on the rough floor, then ply over it.
Thanks, Rick. I have enough info to proceed. Thanks for your help.
You're welcome.
If I caulk the seams on the floorboards, what product would you use?
An adhesive caulk like Phenoseal.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit JustAnswer.com/YTHI.